know how you did it, Pops.
My job was a little less stressful than yours.
With the DCEU getting a fresh start, you can bet your bottom dollar that Aquaman will be splashing back into the scene in the new DC universe. And let me tell you, there's a bunch of amazing actors who could step into Momoa's fins for the role. But hold on to your hats, because we've got plans for him too in this big DC world. And believe me, it's a perfect fit. Henry Golding. He has been making waves in Hollywood ever since his breakout role in Crazy Rich Asians. With credits in projects like the G.I. Joe spin-off series Snake Eyes and a voiceover gig in Star Wars Visions, he's been building quite the resume. Now, at 36 and standing tall at over 6'1", Golding seems like the perfect fit to dive into the role of a superhero, especially Aquaman. His infectious smile has lit up the big screen in every appearance, making him a natural choice for a character like Aquaman. Plus, there were whispers that he was in the running to play Wonder Man before Yahya Abdul-Mateen II snagged the role, showing that big studios like Warner Brothers are definitely eyeing him for superhero roles. So, could we see Golding donning the Aquaman trident next? It's definitely a possibility worth keeping an eye on. Alexander Skarsgard. He has been linked to superhero roles in both DC and Marvel, and many think he'd nail it as the new Aquaman in the DC universe. I mean, have you seen his bod? Total superhero material. Plus, his roles in movies like The Legend of Tarzan, The Northman, and Godzilla vs. Kong shows he's got the action chops. But it's not just about muscles. Skarsgard can also bring the drama, which is crucial for Aquaman, especially when he's mixing it up with other superheroes. Jensen Ackles. Lots of fans want Jensen Ackles to be the new Batman in the DC movies, but guess what? He might be even cooler as Aquaman. Ackles just played a superhero on The Boys, and since he's already done some Batman voice acting for DC, being a full-fledged superhero like Aquaman could be next. After all, who wouldn't want to see Aquaman with a whole new attitude? By the way, there's no official word on who's playing Batman yet, though there are other cool actors like Alan Richardson and John Hamm that fans also like for the role. Alex Iono. Instead of a big Hollywood name, some folks are thinking Alex Iono could be a cool choice for Aquaman in the DC Universe reboot. After all, superheroes have launched careers before. Anyone heard of Robert Downey Jr. before Iron Man? Iono's been getting noticed for his role in Pretty Little Liars, and at just 27, he could stick with the character for a long time, making Aquaman a big player again for DC. Plus, it would be a whole new take on the character compared to Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Joe Alwyn. Remember Joe Alwyn from that award-winning movie, The Favorite? Well, some people think he'd be a great Aquaman for the new DC Universe movies. He's mostly done period dramas so far, but he's got the right look to be Aquaman straight out of the comics. The last Aquaman was a bit bulkier, but maybe a leaner guy like Alwyn would fit the underwater vibe a bit better? It'd be a whole new way to see Aquaman. Jamie Campbell Bower. Jamie Campbell Bower is a seasoned pro when it comes to stepping into the spotlight of major franchises. From Harry Potter to Twilight to Stranger Things, he's been there, done that. And at 34, he's just hitting his stride, gearing up for potentially huge roles like Aquaman. With his impressive stature and killer looks, Bower could easily rock the yellow and green suit if DC decides to give him a shot. Plus, after playing the villain in Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts, seeing him as a hero would be a refreshing change of pace and super exciting for fans. Liam Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth's younger brother Liam is looking pretty buff these days, and some fans think he'd be a great Aquaman. He's already done tons of action movies, so he wouldn't break a sweat filming all those underwater scenes. Plus, he's almost as tall as the last Aquaman, so he'd definitely look the part of a superhero. Alexander Ludwig. Remember Kato from the first Hunger Games movie? That was Alexander Ludwig. He's mostly played smaller roles so far, but he's been getting tougher characters lately, like Bjorn Ironside in Vikings. With all that action movie experience under his belt, some fans think he'd be a great Aquaman for the new DC movies. He's definitely got the muscles for it. Will Polter. James Gunn, the director behind the new DC movies, likes to work with actors he knows. Will Polter just played a character in Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and since they seem to get along, some fans think Polter could be a good Aquaman for DC. Plus, Polter looks kinda like how Aquaman does in the comics, so that'd be a cool change. Sam Claflin. Sam Claflin, another Hunger Games alum, could be the ideal casting for Aquaman. Claflin, who has appeared in Peaky Blinders, Enola Holmes, and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, may receive widespread recognition and acclaim as Arthur Curry's Aquaman, given his small-scale status. Claflin has the typical superhero physique, but he has also demonstrated a brilliant ability to blend comedy, drama, tension, and emotion into his various roles. While the future of the DCU's Aquaman is unknown, Sam Claflin could be the ideal replacement for Jason Momoa. Austin Butler. He has an imposing physique and captivating charm that could rival Jason Momoa's Aquaman even at such a young age. If he chooses to play this iconic role, he is a natural contender for the Trident. Casting Austin Butler as Aquaman could attract a new generation of fans by combining modern appeal with the enduring qualities that have made the character iconic over time. Alan Richardson. Many fans believe Alan Richardson is the ideal choice to play Aquaman. He looks strikingly similar to the comic book hero, with a muscular build, bright blue eyes, and blonde hair. At 6'3" and naturally blonde, Richardson already has the physical look down. He even has experience playing the character in past projects. Richardson can convincingly show both Aquaman's sensitive side and his strength, making him a strong candidate. It's important to acknowledge Jason Momoa's successful portrayal. He brought a powerful and wild energy to the role, and his physique is unforgettable. However, several actors, including Alan Richardson, could potentially take on the role in the future. Now, let's talk about which role Jason Momoa is going to take in the new DCU. Well, it's Lobo. He might already be suiting up for that. So there's been quite the buzz around Jason Momoa lately, especially regarding his role in the Aquaman movie saga. You might have heard about all the drama surrounding Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, right? Well, it seems like folks on the internet can't stop talking about it, and it's spilling over into discussions about the upcoming Aquaman flick. Now, amidst all this chaos, there's chatter that Momoa might be hanging up his Aquaman trident and taking on the role of Lobo, another cool character from the DC universe. Word on the street is that he's been chatting with the bigwigs at the studio about it. But hold on, there's more. Some sources are saying that if Momoa does take on the role of Lobo, we might see him making his debut in the Superman Legacy movie. Now that's got some fans excited, but others are worried. See, the Superman movie is already packed with heroes like Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and more. Adding Lobo into the mix could make things a bit crowded. But hey, if you're a comic book fan, you might know that Lobo has some connections to Superman and Guy Gardner, so maybe it's not such a crazy idea after all. Well, that's it for today. With so many talented actors in the mix, it's hard to pick just one for the iconic role. Who do you think would make the perfect Aquaman? Are you rooting for someone from our list, or do you have another actor in mind? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things DC Universe. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.